light here. Y'all, okay, so that's the other part of everything. Alright. So I'm doing this show before the show because first off I got Wi-Fi in here, hell yeah, and my shit is not all charged. Y'all, listen, I got the wrong phone. I grabbed the wrong phone. Did I put the other phone in here? I don't have a phone. I gotta go get my phone. Okay, look. Listen, you can't disrespect Aubrey, which is Drake. You can't disrespect him right now because this is a lot of information for him to learn on the fly after y'all have tried to keep us apart. Aubrey, they have nothing to do with us. You are the boss. If somebody has did this shit and used our devices, you are the boss. Period. It's not something that y'all can come back and be, all these little people that keep trying to seep their ass into my room, this little crippled nigga, he going to jail. This little toothless bitch is at this damn shelter trying to make me like her. These two little girls frolicking around like they know something. Jack, Shamar, y'all going to jail. Like, it's not something that y'all had to use, and it's not something that you had to do. The eavesdropping, trying to figure out what's going on, it wasn't your business. Once I discussed it with Aubrey, he would have known why we own the world. That's it. Okay, so Aubrey, listen. I'm creating a device. I'm thinking about this device, right? Where we can talk to each other. We can communicate with each other, much like the cell phone, where we can talk to each other and we can help people. Like, I can talk to you in a different room and then you can like come talk, like, okay, while you're sitting here, right, you will be able to talk for the person in the other room to me because this person could be in danger. You understand what I'm saying? And the other thing was, me and my granddaddy would just like play around. Like, it was just something between me and my granddaddy. So my business mind could truly come from my grandfather. It does not mean that it comes from whatever, Tom, Dick, and Harry. It comes from my grandfather because that's me and my grandfather sharing something, right? So if I'm sharing something with my grandfather's sharing with me, then therefore I'm smarter. You understand what I'm talking about? My grandfather might be kind or sweet or whatever. And it's only like for a few minutes. You see what I'm saying? If me and my grandfather do this 24/7 and he on one side and I'm on the other side, my grandfather will eventually switch because the particles are switching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? Like these little molecules they releasing, it's like TV for real. Like, it's like the molecules look like television. And so they switching back and forth. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that part of everything does not mean that it's yours. What's yours is I think part of the invention is yours. My invention is part of yours. But what happens is because of how they try to do everything, how they try to sideswipe us with this stuff, because I told them that that's not something that I wanted to do. And my grandfather wasn't there, and I think they broke into the house when my grandmother wasn't there. I think my grandmother might have been in the garden because it was my grandmother's wig. It wasn't my grandmother. That's what I'm thinking about. I was looking. She's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. And my grandmother doesn't talk to me like that. So, I'm in the house, and I'm having these conversations. If the device is next to me or above my head, they can actually get my thoughts and feelings. So, somebody is in the house, right? And the guy, he really does remind you of this Brandon Clark, which he made. The man that was next to me, they made different versions of him. You understand? So that's why all these men out here, they kind of look like Brandon Clark. The same thing they did with my cousin Terrell. The only difference is they put, I don't know what the fuck they did. They don't got nothing to do with us either. But now we own it because they use them to stalk me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if the Terrells stalk you. But the Brandon Clarks, they stalk me. So anything that they did with their DNA, doing this, that, and the other, they will stalk me, find me, whatever. The person that's supposed to find me is Aubrey Graham, not Brandon Clark. Not all the Brandon Clark lookalikes. Not all. You see what I'm saying? So what y'all did was, instead of y'all keeping it in, like, between me and Aubrey, you put it like it was like between me, Aubrey, and the world, or to be like me and some other man. No, the contract, the situation is between me and Aubrey Graham. I don't care how old we were, whatever. If our parents did not give us permission, if you snuck and done this to us, it's not right. So when I thought about, okay, how this is not right, then that is something that I have to do to honor Aubrey Graham, because that is the other part of me. That's why I'm selfish. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? If I'm a self-preservationist, I'm going to preserve him just as much as I preserve myself. So, I don't know, like, it's like y'all get pissed off. Maybe y'all feel that way. Somebody on this North Korea shit, Sandra, I understand, because they did that to my son. I don't feel close to my son no more at all. It's not that he a bad person, if he not this, that, or other. They were saying that too, like how him and Sandra probably don't feel close exactly. So they owe Sandra and your father, my parents, just as much money as they owe us, because it wasn't something that they got permission to do. So now, if me and you are sharing thoughts and feelings, if my thoughts and feelings are being shared with Aubrey, and I look at his life, everything that he has done is the same thing that I was doing too. I just didn't make as much money at it. You understand? Because they were probably trying to use my money after they killed my grandfather. So now I have a lawsuit. I win a lawsuit. They give me, well, I have a will. They have a will. When they get the will, they fuck up my grandmother and my mother's head with this shit. My auntie too. All the adults in the house, head fucked up. Aubrey, they were never there. Then when they got a chance, they would try to steal from Nikki and Terrell and me. You understand what I'm saying? So they'll use this to steal from us too and keep us hostage. All the while, they keeping you happy because they don't know if you can find out or not. They don't know if Diana Ross can find out. They don't know if Quincy can find out. They don't know who gonna find out. They don't know if Donald Trump gonna find out. That's the one they thought really was gonna find out. Because it's like, man, that's Donald Trump's goddaughter. Man, they have been on Trump the entire time. That's why I know it's strange. Like, oh my God, we got to be friends with Trump. Don't worry about it, because he really is a nice person. Like, it's not the way they portray him is not who he is. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and that's when he became president. Before that, he was so cool. Now all of a sudden, he the biggest menace. They got him and all this bullshit. He got to get out the bullshit too, because all he got to do is look and see who the people are that really run shit, and it's me and you. You understand? If he walked to me right now, I'd be like, get the fuck out his face. We can tell him the truth real quick and get this shit settled just like that. They keep shit going because it's like they owe us the money. They still owe us the money. They still owe me my company. So I'm not saying that the network is yours, but I'll share the network with you. I don't have a problem because, like I said, it's like I don't know what part of me is you and what part of you is me. Because that's what it is. It's like they'll still try to record something in my life and give it to you. The same thing, they record something from me and give it to you. You see what I'm saying? Something from you and give it to me, and then something from you, and you see what I'm talking about? And this person doesn't have to do this. They don't have to do this shit. They crazy. Like the way that they follow me, you probably wouldn't know because you got an entourage. It's like I didn't know until they started messing with me and Blake. So all this stuff, I don't know. We own it. So somebody's saying, I don't know what Brandon Clark do, but they say the Terrells, my Antoine Thomases, my cousins, brothers, and sisters, they don't stalk nobody. And that's partially because they probably grew up with us. Like, not all of his brothers and sisters are clones. Like, not thought to be clones by me. But what I'm saying is, like, they don't stalk. That's what I'm saying. But the Brandon Clarks, it's always a Brandon Clark lookalike now at this damn shelter. The security is always some white ass Brandon Clark lookalike. In Texas, I don't even think the real Brandon Clark came back. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they used him to be the person to creep me. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, but the Terrells, like my Antoine Thomas cousin, like some of them we grew up with them. I grew up with them until a certain point, and I went to school with them. We always like kind of contacted the family and stuff like that, so everybody kind of know if my mother did anything against y'all, whatever. That's the same thing. She owe us just as much as everybody else do. So that's what it is. It's like the project got out of hand, and then they try to blame my family, and it's like you can't blame them if you put them in a messed up mind state after they found out that I won, that was all my stuff. You understand? So it's like if they've been altering their mind the entire time, and now all of a sudden, wait a minute, now we got ain't none of them shit. All the shit Shonda do, that's ours. All the shit Kenya Barris has done, that's ours. All the shit Tyler Perry do, that's ours. I would even share East St. Louis with you. It's not even a joke. Like, this shit is ours. It's ours. It's not anybody else's. Is me and yours. And that's just how I see it. It's not like I'm saying fuck him, whatever. That's why I'm like, if you want to see a boss, go to Aubrey. I'm so serious, because I will kill you, because I know the state of what was happening. He doesn't even know what was happening. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all been lying to him the whole fucking time, trying to keep him from me. Well, that's the truth. That is the truth. You own a lot of shit, and they owe you a whole lot of fucking money because of what they did to us. That's it. We own it together. So anyway, have a great day.